Hey, Facebook Live. We have just a few more minutes, so go ahead and tag your family, tag your friends, post and share it on your page. We're going to be talking about personality types tonight, and this is Sharon coming from the life coaching practice. It's called It's All About You. So we want to make sure that you guys are here, that you are excited to find out about what personality type are you. And so if you have any children, this is going to be fun tonight. You know, if it's not fun, Sharon's not doing it. So I want you to have your kids watch on their phones so that they can decide on what personality type they are. And you will also be able to have fun as a family to be able to know what personality types each other are. And even in your coworkers, tag your friends. This is going to be a fun night tonight. We're not going to take up a whole lot of your time, but we're going to talk about personality types. Who are you really? And with the personality types, the reason why I wanted to start my very first Facebook Live. Hey, how you doing, sweetening? This is my very first live. I'm feeling the fear. I'm doing it anyway. And that's my motto for 2019. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And with my absolute family and friends on Facebook and everybody that's being a part of this live Facebook Live tonight, I wanted to A, thank you for tuning in. B, thank you for taking time out for you. Because my business is called It's All About You because it is all about you. And tonight we're going to start with finding out who you really are, what type of personality you really are. So we're going to give people a few more moments just to chime in and log on and get here. But I want to let you know there's going to be 4 personality types that we're going to talk about. One personality type is called the lion. One personality type is called the otter. Another personality type is called the golden retriever. Hey, Tremaine, I see you. How you doing? And another personality type is called the beaver. So we're going to be talking about 4 personality types. And I want to see which one are you. Are you a lion? Are you an otter? Are you a golden retriever? Or are you a beaver? So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you have time to grab a pen or a piece of paper so that you can write down some of the attributes that I'm going to be sharing with you, go ahead and do that. We want to make sure that you're not going to be able to write down everything. Hey, boo-boo, Mr. May. You're not going to be able to write down everything, but we want you to be able to write down some of the attributes. And I'm going to have a closed session. It's going to be for $25 next week, and we're going to dive in a little bit more in the personality types and what personalities types seem to conflict with yours and what you are, there's certain personalities you do have some issues with. We're going to talk about how you can deal with that. Okay, without further ado, because I don't want to take up much of your time, let's start with the lion. The lion is the first personality type we're going to talk about. So we're going to talk about natural strengths of the lion. Natural strengths of the lion are decisive, goal-oriented, achievement-driven. They get results. They're pretty independent. They're risk takers. They take charge. They take initiative. They are typically self-starters. They're efficient. They're competitive. They enjoy challenges, variety, and change. And they're driven to complete products quickly and effectively. So these are some natural strengths of the lion. Natural strengths of the lion. Here are some natural weaknesses of the personality type called the lion. Sometimes they're impatient, they're blunt, they're poor listeners, they're impulsive, they're demanding. They may view projects more important than people. They can be insensitive to the feelings of others. They may run over anyone who is slow to act or speak. They fear inactivity and relaxation, and they're quickly bored by routine or mechanics. So we just got finished talking about the lion, the natural strengths, and the natural weaknesses. Now again, we'll be talking about 4 personality types, and if this doesn't sound like you, then we got 3 more to go through. So if you're not the lion, you may be one of the other 3 we're getting ready to talk about. So I just covered the lion. Next, we're going to talk about the otter. Hey, Miss Crystal Waters fan, good to see you, baby cakes. All right, so the personality type called the otter has these natural strengths: enthusiastic, optimistic, good communicator, emotional and passionate, motivational and inspirational, outgoing, personal, dramatic, and fun-loving. So this is the otter natural strengths. Now you know, if you got a strength, you have a what? A weakness. So let's talk about the natural weaknesses of the otter, just like we did the lion. Unrealistic, not detail-oriented, disorganized, impulsive, listens to feelings above logic, reactive, can be too talkative, and excitable. Okay, so now we've talked about the strengths and weaknesses of the personality type called the lion. We've talked about the personality strengths and weaknesses of the otter. Now, if the lion doesn't seem to be you as you're listening to the strengths and weaknesses, and listen, in all thy getting, get understanding of yourself. You have to be authentic tonight, because tonight is a transparent night. It's a night for you to, really admit who you are as a person, because it's all about you. And first you have to get to know who you are, really who you are. All right. The next animal that we're going to talk about as far as a personality type is the golden retriever. So let's talk about the golden retriever. So far we've covered the lion. So far we've covered the otter. Let's talk about the golden retriever. The golden retriever's strengths are, now if you have a pencil and paper, make sure you're writing these down. You're not going to get them all, but just get a few and go get as many as you can, okay? Natural strengths of a golden retriever: patient, easygoing, team player, stable, empathetic, compassionate, sensitive to the feelings of others, tremendously loyal, puts people above projects, dependable, reliable, supportive, and agreeable. Now, these are the natural strengths of a golden retriever. Here are some of those weaknesses: indecisive, over-accommodating, may sacrifice results for the sake of harmony, slow to initiate, avoids confrontation even when needed, tends to hold grudges and remember hurts inflicted by others, fears change. Okay, so that's the golden retriever. And the last personality type is the beaver. The beaver has some natural strengths as well. So we've talked about so far the lion, we've talked about the otter, and we've talked about the golden retriever as a personality trait. Now we're going to talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the beaver. Natural strengths: accurate, analytical, detail-oriented, thoroughness, orderly, industrious, methodical and exhaustive, high standards, intuitive, controlled. Those are some of the strengths. Now, if you have some strengths, you have some what? Weaknesses. Let's talk about the weaknesses. Natural weaknesses of the beaver. Too hard on self. Too critical of others. A perfectionist. Overly cautious. Won't make decisions without all of the facts. Too picky and overly sensitive. So we've got the lion. We've got the otter. We've got the golden retriever, and we've got the beaver. So based on those four, if you've heard the strengths and weaknesses, out of those four, which one are you? Now, one of the things that we want to discuss tonight is why is it important to even get to know who you are and what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and how you operate in this wonderful, beautiful globe called the world. Well, so many times you may have things that come up and you may have a reaction that actually surprises yourself. And you're like, oh my gosh, oh Lord, I can't believe I said that. Oh my gosh, I can't. But anybody ever had that happen where something came up in you, you don't even know where it came from. It was alien. You was like, oh my gosh, that has never happened to me before. You know I have a story about it, right? Absolutely. There was one instance, now for anybody who knows me, it is totally out of my character. But there was one instance where I actually had so much built-in anger towards a coworker who was just seemed like they kept doing things and doing things and doing things and doing things. And I couldn't figure out why they were doing things to me and trying to discredit me. You know, some of us, if you try to destroy our credibility, it's on and pop-a-locking. You understand what I'm saying? It's on and popping. So I found myself having dreams about physically making a difference in that person's life, and not in a good way, if you know what I mean. I don't have those types of dreams. I have never had a dream like that. It surprised me. And I said, well, Sharon, this is interesting. So what I had to realize is there's certain parts of my personality that can be triggered by other personalities. But what I found with these 4 personalities, and it was so fun because I could get with my family and I could figure out whose personality is what, and then I know their strengths and their weaknesses, and then all of a sudden I became better at interacting with people because now I'm able to see, just from observing them, listening to their conversation, what category they fit in, and now I know how to operate with them. And when they do something that I'll be like, now that was just, why would they do that? Now it doesn't bother me because I understand their personality type. So when I tell you that it's so important to just take something fun, like a little internet fun personality types of 4 animals, just to categorize people in 4 categories, whether you're a lion, an otter, a golden retriever, or a beaver, and knowing the strengths and weaknesses of each, you're able to operate life it is so much more peaceful in my life, I must tell you. Because there are some individuals that I have come across, and I really don't come across individuals that impact me in a negative way often, but I am human just like everybody else. I have had individuals that actually strike me the wrong way, and I have to really do some internal praying not to have the other Sharon, and her name is Sharon, to show up. The old man, the old woman. So I just want you guys to have some information, because as we're each Monday at 8 o'clock, I'm going to come on live and give you some more information on how to get to know yourself. Get some more information. Now, if y'all want this particular information that I just shared with you tonight, you can share this on your page. You can re-look at the video. But if you physically want a piece of paper, just email me at shillhop@gmail.com and say, hey, can I get a copy of that or whatever? And I'll be happy to send it to you. Not a problem at all. Now, my telephone number is 336-618-1670. Go ahead and use it if you have any questions, if you have any things that you're dealing with as far as different personalities at work, and you're kind of wanting to handle them in a more professional way and be more emotionally intelligent about it. This is a start. And it's a fun start. It doesn't have to be all complicated. You know, some of your jobs have Myers-Briggs. They have all types of personality tests that go really in depth with the personality. But this is something that's quick. It's fun. You actually, and just to show you, it has a list that you actually fill out, and you just check words on it. It takes about 5 minutes to do. And then whatever your vertical line is, whatever number is the largest, that's the personality type you are. So by just listening to me, you should be able to see yourself or in one of those personality types. But one of the things I wanted to share with you about each one of the actual personality types, like with the lion, they're motivated by results. They're motivated by challenge. They're motivated by action. They're motivated by power. They're motivated about, credit for achievement. And it's good to know that this is what motivates a lion. And what motivates an otter is recognition and approval of others. So that's what motivates an otter. And what motivates a golden retriever is the desire for good relationships and appreciation of others. That's what motivates a golden retriever. And the beaver, what motivates them is the desire to be right and maintain quality, okay? So their desire to be right, as long as they are right about it, they're happy. It motivates them. So even if you know someone in your family that falls into one of these 4 categories, it helps to have some additional information, because again, you can't lead where you don't go, and you can't teach what you don't know. And the more information that you allow yourself to have, it's going to be better in your life. I remember taking a course called Structure Function. And this course actually taught us how to look at the structure of an individual's face and know how that person wants you to interact with them within the 3 seconds of them meeting you. Powerful information. I'm telling you, that information changed my life. So if you're wanting to get some of this information, and I'm more than willing to share, and there will be a cost to some of this information, but I just want you to know every 8 o'clock, every Monday, I'm going to be sharing little bits and pieces that's going to help you get to know you better and become emotionally intelligent to who you are. So next week, we'll be talking about emotions and where they come from. And once you get some of this powerful information, you're going to be like, wow, I really am in control of my emotions. And now I know where they come from and how it comes or goes in my life. Then I can better understand how to be happier, how to be at peace, and I can do it at will. There is nothing better than to be in control of you. There's nothing, I don't know if anybody on this listen has ever had somebody that you cared about so much they absolutely can control your emotions at the drop of a hat. You could be happy, and then they could say something and it change your whole countenance. And you be upset for about a week. No more and time out for others having control over you. Did you hear what I said? Time out. It's over. No more control over you. I'm going to teach you how to have your own control over you. And the only thing you're missing is the knowledge on how to do so. So if you keep watching me 8 o'clock every Monday, we're going to be coming on. I'm going to be sharing some information that's going to help you do so. Now tonight, if you do have that pencil and paper, if you do have something to write on, and if you don't, just really think about this question. Who am I today? Most of us have a view of ourselves of yesterday. Let me say it one more time. Who am I today? Not when you was 25, not when you was 17, Not even when you were 30. You want to deal with you today. The same things you used to like, you don't like those. And the same things, there's other things that you like now that you didn't used to like. But if you don't ever take time to get quiet and get a piece of paper and ask yourself the question, who am I right now? Then you're not going to be able to be in control of yourself, because right now you don't even know who you are. And you see how the Lord just absolutely agreed with me just I'm just picking. That was a little thunder. But I just wanted to let you know, tonight, sit down, take some quiet time, and ask yourself a question. Who are you today? At the age you are today. And what are some things that you would like to see changed? Give me a call at 336-618-1670, and let's set up an appointment and figure out how we can help you be the best you've ever been. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. I absolutely didn't take up a lot of your time. I know that it's Monday and everybody has things to do, and Lord knows if you have children like I do, which is why I'm in my car, then you got other things you got get kids to just play with, spend time with, family time. And I just wanted to thank you guys again for supporting my business, for supporting me, for encouraging me the way you have all these years. There's some people that are watching me right now, and I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, there is no way, Eunice M. Dudley, that I would be the woman I am today without you taking and the leadership role in my life. There are people on this call who are connected to me, who encourage me, and you know who you are. I would never be who I am today, right now, Sharon Hill Withers, at the age of 50, if it wasn't for some powerful women that have been in my corner. Letitia Blyther, Christina Grantham. There's so many people. Oh my God. Miss Waters Pens, you have no idea how many of you have meant so much to me. My sister, Lavanya Battle, who has lived more travel. Brenda Fullmore, who is my business coach. And Christina Grantham is my publicist, is what her business is. And there are people who just say, Sharon, keep sharing the knowledge, keep giving your heart, keep transformation a part of your life, because that is just who you are. And just know that God will give you all that you need to do all that you want to do for him. And then, and just make sure that you're giving yourself an opportunity to serve. Whatever it is, just feel the fear and do it anyway. I can't tell you how much anxiety I have about this Facebook Live tonight, but guess what? I did it. I did it, and I'm happy I did it. And I thank you guys so much for even taking the time to even tune in and listen, to find out about your personality, who you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. And if you share this video on your Facebook page, other people will be able to find out who they are. So I just ask you to please share it. Please know that I'm available to you all. I'm just a phone call away. And I do miss you. I have a lot of people saying, I miss you, I love you, and back at you. Because I promise you, there are my Aon family, my Dudley family. I have my Winston-Salem State University family. I have my own family and friends out there. And I also have people who have never met me before that are tuning in. And I just want to say thank you so very much for all that you do in the world just by waking up in it. You do not have to be someone famous to impact the world. If you think about a pebble that you can drop in a body of water and you can see all the ripples just continue to go as far as the eye can see, that is exactly the kind of impact you have in the world today, just by waking up. So let's get woke. Let's agree to serve. Let's agree to be remarkable and not just ordinary. Let's try to be extraordinary. Let's take our talents and let's take our dreams and our goals and let's take it to a whole nother level. Don't just be mediocre. Your creator could have made you a snake, a rat, or a roach, but he didn't. And a very famous man by the name of Dr. Joel Dudley Sr. always preached this to us. And he let us know we were made in the image of our creator. And we need to take the responsibility of that. We need to walk in our calling. We need to make sure that we stop being prairie chickens and become the eagles that we were designed to be. It's okay to be a prairie chicken because they do nothing all day but look for food on the ground and eat. But when you know that you're an eagle, when you don't feel like you belong, when you feel like, there's something else I'm supposed to do, Lord, there's just something else that I know I'm put here on earth to do, then that's when you have to take responsibility of you, get to know who you are, and get to know who you're supposed to be by asking yourself one question. What do I love to do so much such that I would do it even if I wasn't getting paid? Answer that question for yourself tonight. What do I absolutely love to do that lights me up that I would do even if I wasn't getting paid? And when you find out that answer for yourself, you find the purpose you were put here on this earth. So, ladies and gentlemen, and all my family and friends, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for who you are in my life. And oh yes, Miss Betty Watson Meadows, mama, you've been with us through thick and through thin. And there are people on here like Joan Cornell. I'll never forget when I met Joan Cornell. She has been in my life for so many years, and it was just a pleasure meeting her. And she gave me my first Bible, and I call that Bible precious. And the reason why is because she had already been through, highlighted, made notes and things in that Bible, and I know it was precious to her. And for her to give it to me, she made me feel precious. And I'm telling you, I appreciate her because truly it's made a difference in my life. I have a lot of children that I want to impact and love, and I want them to do great things. And not all the time do they do great things. For those parents out there that you are wondering what in the world is going on with my child, I want you to know that you can still change things for them, and prayer does work. Still pray. It's not lost. They're not lost. Still pray and still have a positive attitude and start speaking out of your mouth what you want to happen in your life. And anything you don't want to happen, close your mouth. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. I'll see you back this same time, Monday at 8. Thanks for joining us.